Hey Soul Fam, Amelia Adair here. Hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good, I'm doing good, and I got a great topic for you today. I said I got a great topic for you today. Yes. So Soul Fam, if you don't have any pressure, you playing things too safe. So if you have some goals, look, I'm jumping straight to it. I'm hot and ready today, okay? I got my fan, I got my candles on. Listen, Soul Fam, I'm ready today because it's time to get things moving. It's already the end of February. We already 2 months into 2022. So if you haven't been doing any work and you waiting for something to happen, I don't know what you're waiting for, baby. The world is waiting for you. See, oftentimes we're afraid of the pressure. We're afraid of the pressure of people disliking us, rejecting us. We're afraid of people judging us. We're afraid of being turned down. We're afraid of falling too short. So fam, that's the pressure you need. You need to push against that pressure so that you can really blossom and make differences. See, some of us, we feel a little pressure and we run. We like, all right, but people that are successful, they feel that pressure and they push. They keep it going. They keep it going. That's the only way to come into this world, with a little pressure. Okay. The Lord said we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that pressure. You gotta push, baby. Them girls be pushing, honey. I be like, woo! Go ahead, girl. Anyway, so man, push against the pressure. There's supposed to be people trying to stop you from doing great things, because they don't want to see you doing great things. Okay? So if you don't have that pressure there, then maybe you're in the wrong avenue. You have to turn around the corner where there's some pressure. Okay? Because when there's some pressure, there's some great things that come apart. And some of us, we have to realize that pressure isn't a bad thing. Fear is something that we make up in our head. That's really what it is you challenging you. Is you creating things that you probably never even thought of. We have so much in us that we don't think about, okay? And the things that we don't think about usually are the most amazing things sometimes. Because sometimes you be like, ooh, my bad. But sometimes you be like, ooh, my bad. Okay? You ever going through something or do something and it take a turn and you be like, oh, wait, I wasn't expecting that. And it happens anyway, like it's out of your control. So fam, that's how your greatness is within you. When you start breaking through that pressure, so fam, and you start creating things, it be things that you wouldn't even think. You be like, whoop. You pull out that fan, you be like, whoop. So fam, I encourage you for the rest of 22, apply a little pressure. Wherever you feel that pressure coming in, push. Wherever you see someone coming at you, push. This is the year of the push. We gonna push through. We gonna get what's ours. Because the more we sit down and just sit, ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing moving. Ain't no one understanding, ain't nobody learning, ain't nobody growing. Everything is just still and stuck. But once you start pushing, going to the gym, pushing yourself. All right, I can do this. Running, pushing yourself. Getting up, making the breakfast, pushing yourself. Okay? That's the pressure of the push that you need to do. No, don't go to the drive-thru. Don't go to the drive-thru. Give yourself 2 drive-thrus a week. All right? And push yourself to the stove. Push yourself to wash the dishes. I know we all got dishwashers. Me too. Okay? But wash those dishes. Push yourself to wash those dishes. Why I'm talking about just something as simple as washing dishes? Because once you get in the hang of washing dishes, once you start doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. And hold on. Distraction trying to come through real quick. I had to swipe it up. You gotta wash the dishes. Once you start washing the dishes, you start doing this. You start sweeping the floor, and you get into your groove. So sometimes we gotta push ourselves to just do one little thing. Do one little thing and you'll see everything start to turn the way it's supposed to turn. Push, baby. Push them to the limit. I'm guilty, so fam. I do push as a coach. I'll be like, no, try this, try that, try this, try that. Because you're not going to know until you try. Some of us are not going to really know what's there until we try. We're not going to really know what people do until we try. We're not going to know how people feel about us until we try. Try to make it work. Try to be your best. That's pushing. And if you're not doing any of that, you're not growing and you're playing it too safe. You're wasting time. You're wasting time. The time is passing you by. Okay? Because you need to know. Some of us, we sitting around waiting for an answer, but we never push to get the answer. The answer's sitting right there, but you gotta, show up. Show up and show your best. Not show out. I know they be like, show up and show out, but I don't know what show out means. So I'm not gonna encourage you to show out, but I'm gonna encourage you to show your best. Be your best self. Always think about things before you react, okay? Learn to respond. Sometimes you be surprised how people are calling for love, like they may be missing some love somewhere in their heart, in their mind, in their body, in their life. And they may have cried and cried for it over there, and when they don't get it, people are naturally gonna turn somewhere else to get it. So you wanna be that person that give it. Ooh, you want to be that person that just be like, I'm going to just be nice. I'm going to just let it flow. I'm going to just let it go. I'm going to just be the bigger person. Because there's not a lot of people being the bigger person. That's why everybody over here running around looking a little, So fam, push yourself this month. Push yourself, period. But this month especially, when you push yourself this month, you're going to see the rest of the year start to follow. You're going to see you start to pick up better habits. You're going to see you start to just move in a different light, and you're going to look at yourself from even just 30 days and see like, wow, I've really grown. Because the old part of me would have been maybe a little bit more upset, maybe a little bit more distracted, maybe a little bit more lost, and you'll start to see fulfillment in yourself as the days go on, as the weeks go on, and you're just like, wow, this growth side of me feels so much better than this not broken, but you know what I mean, just not so fully developed, that's what we're gonna call it, not so fully developed side of us respond and react. And as you grow on yourself and you apply the knowledge and you apply it in your life, you'll start to notice, wow, there's so many people that haven't grown. And you'll be surprised, because sometimes we think like, because someone has money or someone has age, we'll automatically assume like, oh, they're grown. They got it figured out. And when you start to do real work and you start to really work on your mind and do the work eternally, you start to realize, wow, it is a little lonely out here, because not everybody is really doing work. Everybody cheating. Everybody cheating on the test. Everybody looking, hey, what's the answer? Hey, what's the answer? When you was in grade school and you ain't study, what you do? You cheat until you can't cheat no more, until you don't really have to cheat. But by then it's like, you just cheated yourself. Because now, when things are not going as you expected, now you're acting, in a way that's unnecessary. You're burning energy. You're burning wasted energy, getting upset with someone when you can just let things be. And I I'm guilty, because I used to be very controlling for some reason. I know some of the reasons, but I try not to, just like, let's move forward. Let me figure out not to be so controlling. Okay, that's how I worked on not being so controlling. But when you're so controlling, it takes over you, and you want everything to be a certain way, and you start to realize, like, I'm wasting energy trying to force it my way. Why does it have to be my way? You get what I'm saying? Like, when you start to realize, like, maybe that's how it's supposed to be. You know, let me operate from, okay, this is how this is supposed to be. Let me try doing this instead. Let me find different alternatives. So when you apply the pressure, so fam, don't mix it with being controlling. Okay? Because some of us will be like, yeah, I'm applying the pressure. Fine line. Apply pressure and work on yourself. Do it from a good space. Do it from a good place. Because when it all falls down to it, not falls down, I don't want to say fall down, but you know, when it all comes down to it, you want to always remember that, all right? I could go to sleep at night because I know my intentions were well. And I know that I was doing this to grow. And I know I was doing this to lend a helping hand. And I know I was doing this for a better purpose. Okay? There's bigger purpose than buying shoes, buying bags. I'm going to just say it's better. It's big purpose. I don't know if anybody told you that. But there's bigger purpose than buying shoes and buying bags and posting it and getting likes. Or even if you don't post it, okay, even so. Just FYI. Operate from a good space and you will see good results. They may look a little at first, you know, at first sight. But when you take a step back and you really take a look, and you look around, and you see, and you notice, this, you'll see it. It'll be a little delay, but you'll start to see. And I want to touch on one more thing, so fam. Working on yourself internally. I should do this as a separate video, but maybe I'll do a part 2. I'll probably do a part 2 to really just talk about this overall, but I'm gonna touch bases on it, so fam. Working on yourself, so fam. What does it look like? 1, receiving the knowledge. Okay? Receiving the knowledge that you need. Okay? There's areas in your life that you can improve on, which is every area of life, always, for me. But there's some places that you're excellent, there's some places you struggle, you know? So you want to get the knowledge in those areas that you're struggling. And then you want to apply them. You want to apply them instantly, okay? So you're going to be tested. Some of us, we don't be paying attention enough. We start reading things, and then we go out in the world, and we just forget everything we read. And it's like, so fam, when someone is asking you for directions, when someone is bumping you by accident, when someone's sitting in line and needs a cut in front of you, maybe you'll be like, no, I'm first. Maybe this time, go ahead, go in front. That's how you work on yourself. It's that simple. It's that simple. So maybe somebody wants to cause an argument. Maybe somebody just whatever. Don't argue. Okay? If you've decided that's what you want to do, just open in. Start to say, okay, that is how you're going to work on yourself. Why? Because there's going to be pressure right there. You're going to be wanting to say what you got to say. You're going to want to win the argument. You're going to want to fight. You're going to want to do everything. But you have to realize, all right, there's peace in just letting it be. You've done everything you can. You didn't try to intentionally hurt anyone. And if they're still hurt, you have to still protect you. How you do that? You let it be. Once someone is able to irritate you and, put things on your life that you know are not true, and you start feeding it, you know what I'm saying? You start, no, once you start doing this little like cat mouse thing, you become distracted. There's so much more you can be doing. Maybe you got to prepare for the wrath later on. You need to store your energy. You got to get focused. So if you're going back and forth, how are you focusing? Because you can't do both at the same time. So soul fam, working on yourself is challenging yourself. Challenging your reaction to become a response. Because usually, we all got this ego that want to be like coming through like, yeah, what's up? But when you could have control, like, hey, ego, relax, it'll let you have more control of yourself in your life. Because now you're not all chaotic. Now you're not walking by your future wife or your future husband in the streets because you all flustered about things that, I mean, it's not to say it's not important, but it's like, well, arguing doesn't help anyone move forward. So soul fam, you want to challenge yourself every day to push beyond your limits, respond in a more peaceful manner, and just be kind. I think that was my message. That message was strong all year for me. Be love. Be love. Some of us, we like to, preach being love and being peace. But as soon as something goes left, we quick to forget about love and peace. No, when things go left, remember love and peace. Like, all right, how can I respond with love? I was like, when the Lord told me that, I was like, no one ever told me to respond with love unless it's love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, huh? I was like, what? I was like, I'm from New York. We don't respond with love. You know what I'm saying? But then I sat with it. I wrote about it, and I was like, Lord, you the best. You got that in this world. We're going to respond with love so fast. And we're going to be amazing, and we're going to be great, and we're going to apply the pressure, and we're going to stand against the pressure, and we're going to grow into amazing versions of ourselves. Okay? That is the goal. You want to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what I'm saying? You want to be like, the gym did that to me. You get what I'm saying? You want it to be unbelievable. If it ain't unbelievable, go back and work a little harder. All right, so fam, Amelia Adair here. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are amazing. I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.